And this is the Brew Review on Podcast Derby. I'm Brian. He's Dave. And it's another episode with more beer
We were,
because
we were so close to breaking into Wayne's World there for a second. Except we're missing the mullet, but yeah. Oh my goodness.
yes, more beer.
More beer.
We will eventually get to all the beer, but it's
All
going
the
to take some
beers.
time.
Drink all the beers.
All the beers.
We should get that as a meme set up on Facebook or something. Drink all the
We should
beers.
drink all the beers. We will have all the beers eventually.
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
There'll be
Well, that means I'd have to
dedication.
drink some of like the Belgians.
Well,
All the beers minus Belgians.
we're going to have to. People are going to ask for it. They're like, "What do you think of that?" I'd like to hear these guys throw up
I
or
had
see them throw up.
I had all these unique beers because my bride brought home like two or three, like 6 packs of all these beers, and there were two Belgians in there. And I'm like, all right, gotta check them every once in a while. Last weekend, so I had one. Nope, 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 nope. No. And I felt bad. I'm like, I had to drink this in purgatory before I can move into the afterlife.
You have to. I
But
mean, you have to. You might as well finish it.
but
Just
I did not finish it, so I'm going to have to drink that in purgatory
or
before I could move into the afterlife. It
you
was
could cheat
terrible.
and cook with it,
I'd already
and
opened
then
it.
you know.
I didn't know until after I'd opened it. I got one more in there, and I'm like,
Yeah,
do I go ahead and do it on the show just so I can get it out of the way, and then drink a
I
second one really quick?
I have a handful of those that I need to get out of the way, just so they can get out of my fridge.
Yeah.
But for today, for this episode, I have a. I've had this brewery, I think, Duclaw. Duclaw Brewing from Baltimore, Maryland. And Dave has a Duclaw
I have a
glass.
Dew-Claw glass.
Do you have a Duclaw beer?
I do not.
Okay, thank
I do
God.
not.
That'd be,
I have several Dew-Claw pint and Pilsner glasses actually.
there you go. I have the Blood Orange Neon Gypsy.
Neon Gypsy.
The Blood Orange
I think Neon
IPA.
Gypsy was the name of one of the Jaegers in Pacific Rim.
Was it?
Because yeah, there was Gypsy Danger, and I think there was Neon Gypsy,
Okay.
which is the one that got completely lit up. But yeah,
I had a tough time paying attention to that movie. So
kidding. Seriously, I love that movie.
I wasn't a big fan. But
Oh, giant fucking robots.
yeah, it's kind of all it was.
That's
You
what it
know?
all. That's all it needed to be. It was awesome. It was Jaeger's mecha. That's awesome.
And I kind of like story in my giant robot movie.
It didn't need story. It had giant robot battles, and it was glorified Godzilla movie with a very beautiful girl in there, and it had Idris Elba, who's awesome. It had
Yeah.
Ron Perlman, who's awesome.
Wrestler from
Yeah,
Blacklist was in it.
he died, but yeah,
He
he was in
died.
it.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
It's not a
Um,
spoiler show. All right. So anyway, I got the Neon Gypsy, Blood Orange. Whoa.
Not as good as others, but still good. Oh, what was that? You can smell something there.
Was
Yeah, I
hoping
mean, that was a head throwback. It was.
I wasn't expecting it. The glass. Sorry.
Yep, the sexy glass.
I had the thing. So medium color. My hands in the way.
Oh, you're all right.
Trying not to get too heady. Not getting heady at all.
Hate it when that happens.
I got no head.
Mm.
All right, 6.5%. Transparent, but
It's
I
all
don't know.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't have a lot of good lighting here. It's medium color. And, oh, I do smell the orange.
It's not a bad
Didn't at
thing.
first when I opened the bottle, but I do now. So here we go.
All right, here we go. And oh, he's thinking. Oh, that's a pensive look. He's still licking his lips.
Oh, it's orangey. But not orangey like you with the tangerine beer, like citrusy.
Yeah, there was almost juice. Yeah.
Because this is rind. Like this is that bitter rind
All right.
orangey, which is good because if it sweetens and it kind of kills the great bitterness that would be in an IPA. No, I like it. The orange is not there in the aftertaste. It's there in the taste, which is good because I don't like the fruitiness to linger. But I enjoy this.
Good.
Very, very rindy.
So is it something you're gonna get a six pack of? Something you
Th- this is something I could sit and drink a few of.
okay?
Yeah, absolutely. It satisfies the IPA need, and that blood orange rind really adds to the bitterness, which I like. So if you like a bitterer beer,
Bitterer.
you'll like that. As I said, 6.5%
Dukla.
ale brewed with blood orange. Very good. I
And it is
recommend.
blood orange, not blood and oranges, right?
Oh god, now I got to read it. Oh. No, just blood orange. This crisp, clean IPA blends the grapefruit, citrus, and pine notes of 7 hops with the tart sweetness of blood orange for a flavor profile that roams your palate long after the beer's bittersweet finish. That's it. I felt
Roams
like
your
there should have been a
palate.
comma in there. Now, Pop. So, I'm such a horrible reader. Don't give Brian script. Okay, respect the fluid. DukeLaw.com.
You
Very
gotta.
good. Very good. The bottle cap says, craft be cherished, rules be damned.
Oh, nice. It's a good one.
That's actually a good cap. I gotta save that. All right, very good. That's me. What do you have?
So I have. I'm pretty sure I've done this brewery before, but not recently. I know I've had it before. The brewery is Goose Island,
Okay.
and this is the Goose Island Green Line Pale Ale.
Okay.
Um, 12 fluid ounces, 355. Okay, 5.4, 30 IBU, so it's a 5.4 ABV. Out of Chicago, Goose Island. That's probably like some place in Chicago. I don't know Chicago that well to
Correct. They
do
are.
that.
Goose Island is a Chicago beer. I know that.
So
So
yeah,
their beers are good.
so yeah, it is a pale ale, not an India pale ale, just a pale ale. The bottom it says some words, something like juicy citrus aroma. How do you have a juicy aroma? Juicy citrus aroma and toasted malt body. I
Juicy
could.
aroma.
This
I'm trying to
is
think. Is it like humid? I don't know. What's it called again? The
green
Goose
line. Oh,
Island
sorry, green line pale
Green
ale.
Line Pale Ale.
Yeah,
All
so I'm
right.
assuming green line is one of the
A
lines on
Metro
the.
stop or
Yeah,
something.
I can already tell this is going to be really clear because it's really clear through the bottle.
And
Um,
that's an amber bottle. So
yeah. Oh, this
absolutely.
smells really good. It says it's a pale ale, but I think it's going to be almost more lagery. It already looks more lagery, which I'm fine with.
Goose Island's pale ales and IPAs do tend to
Oh,
be.
hello. There is a chip in my glass.
Oh, careful.
I just happened to notice it, so I'm
As you
going to
turned
move
it.
it
Yep.
over here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, Goose Island does tend to me to be
I
less
mean,
bitter and more sweet.
you can
Anyway,
tell
even in their ales.
that's a
Yeah.
lot clearer than that's just a little darker than a Bud Light or something, which is fine. I'm good with that.
Yep.
Smells good. Oh, this is I have high hopes here. So
Citrusy smelling.
beer smelling.
Beer smelling.
Slante. All right, here we go. Very good. Not what I was expecting. A little more rich, a lot more earthy. Not the lagery. I mean, it has kind of the lagery, but a really full featured kind of a lager feel to it. Not, I don't get pale ale out of this at all.
No.
It's not that. Pale ales are still on the bitter side. Not as much, obviously, as an IPA, but this is good. I could easily do. I mean, this is. I could do a 6 pack of this with football or something where I can drink it and I can enjoy it, or I can drink it and ignore it.
Right.
So
Right. Just a beer to have
yeah, no,
and
this is
drink and not
good.
concern your thoughts with it. Goose Island for me in the past has been if whatever beer it is, it feels like it's a step down from what it should be. So the IPA is more pale ale-ish. I don't
Okay.
feel like their IPA is up to IPA standards for my taste palette.
So Chicago is basically just one step behind.
They are. They are. So mean. but they're good. They're good. I know a lot of people that like them. They they were recommended to me highly, and when I first had their IPA, and I was unimpressed because of the recommendation was so high. The bar was set so high, but not to say it was bad. I did
Well,
enjoy
you
it.
were expecting one thing, and that's just not what was met.
Right.
I mean, your expectations weren't met. Yeah.
I'll say with mine though, as I continue to drink it, definitely you smell an initial taste of that orange. It's really strong, but it's not there in the aftertaste. It's actually what I really like about this. I'm starting to like this one more and more. I'm actually glad I bought a 6 pack because it won't make it through the weekend. Uh,
It might
might
make it
not
through
make it through
tonight.
tonight. So, very good. This may be a 2 beer episode because I'm almost done. So,
I can. It's one of those like I can finish this really quickly, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm um, I'm glad I've got fairly thick facial hair that I can kind of just suck on that for a couple of minutes, and I'm good to go.
it's very good.
The flavor saver, as my
I don't
father
see. I
always
haven't
called it.
shaved in
But
like a week and a half, so it looks
I
like
had to come home at work from work at lunch and shave.
you
So
shaved right down, and now you're back
yeah,
up to this full
it's all
beard. Yeah,
back.
we are
Yeah.
we are opposite people. You have found my facial hair because it grows on your face too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a little spooky, but yeah.
We didn't go there.
Oh.
But no, this is good. And I like we've talked about before because we're into the summer. The fruity beers definitely do come out, but this is one I believe they make year round. I feel like I see it a lot, and I do like. You can't go wrong with citrus in an IPA, especially if it's
Yeah, they go.
rindy. Like I think you had the tangerine one from New Belgium a few
Yes.
episodes back, but it was more sweet for you because they made it with the tangerine juice as
Yeah,
opposed to the
yeah.
brewing with the rind.
Very, very unexpected that I enjoyed it as much as I did. I may or may not have another one in the fridge at this particular point in time, but I've already done it on this show, so I will save it for tomorrow
Yes,
for
absolutely.
breakfast. So
For
I can have it with
breakfast.
the as my juice with my Lucky Charms. So
There you go. So,
um,
anything good for in beer this week for you,
this
other
is
than the
good.
beer you're drinking right now?
No,
Like, do you
this
go out after work?
not often. Occasionally I do. It depends. It's wife, kids, all this. But I travel a lot, so I get to experience a lot of beers in the various areas throughout the nation. I started doing this Untapped app. Have you heard of this? You know what this is?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yeah, tell me about it.
So it's basically it's like Facebook for beer in a
Mhm.
really simple thing. Like you go like I could go into Untapped, and I haven't done it with stuff I've had at home. I've done it usually when I go out and I travel, and it's like, oh, this is a new beer, and you can look up the beer and say, I tried it. This is what I rated it. Take a picture of it at the bar, and then actually do the check in for wherever you are, saying this is where I had it. And other people can kind of comment on it, and you can find other people that like the same thing. And um,
That's neat. I should check that. So it's a phone app.
yeah, it's
It's
a phone app.
okay.
I haven't looked into it well enough. I don't. I assume there's probably a standard web page for it. If we could, maybe we'll look into setting up a brew review, a podcast or be a brew review group page or
Sure.
something. I don't know if we can do that. If not, and you're listening from Untapped, that would be great to have a group session of beers that people have tried, and that may be a good way for people to make recommendations for us, something as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. And something like that is cool for tracking on our show, and you
Yeah,
drink along if it gives a nice forum
yeah,
to comment about the beer that we've tried and what your thoughts and opinions are on it too.
yeah.
Because we love
It's
that. That's what's great about drinking beer and going out and drinking beer. I don't go out as much as I used to, and when I do, though, it's typically to a like a wing joint or something like that. And when I'm eating wings, I'm usually getting cheap yellow fizzy beer.
yeah, because
Just
your object is not the beer, because you're going to get one taste or the other. You're going to get beer or you're going to get the hot sauce. And when you go to
Right.
a wing joint, you want the hot sauce.
Right. So it's not something where I commonly will go out and just for drinking beer as much anymore. But I do enjoy. This is why we do these sessions. We're two guys who have gotten to the point in our lives where going out and
this is going to
drinking
the bar.
constantly. This is going out for us. This is
Yeah,
our Friday nights.
yeah. This is going to the bar. This is the same thing we would have done 20 years ago, but it's a lot quieter.
It is. It is. It is.
The
We
only
can.
thing we're really missing is kind of the bartender. Then we always
Right.
had
But
some very attractive bartenders. So, but yeah,
we have, and I'm
but
sure
it's
we'll.
cheaper, and I don't have to tip. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh God. Yeah. Because these for a pint or a bottle in the bar area would be $5-6
yeah, if
sometimes
if not more for some
for
of them.
for the good ones.
Yeah,
So, do you have time for another one on this one, or are you savoring?
I will make the time
All
for
right.
another one,
I,
but I
I, I'm
have to go
going to
get it.
hammer out another one in this episode. It's part of a multi pack that I had gotten, and I've had this brewery recently, and I'm basically just trying to kill off this multi pack. And I don't believe I've actually had this one, and if I did, I apologize, but I'm going to have it again. It's the Southern Tier.
Oh, you like
And
Southern Tier? You have a
I,
lot of Southern Tier.
I'm a big Southern Tier fan. I had live, I believe, in a recent week.
Was it live or live?
Oh, that's right. We argued about that. I think it was live. So, oh God, now I can't remember. But yes, I've had them a few times on the show, and I will have them several times, I'm sure, moving forward. But I really feel like I might have had this one that I'm starting to think about it, but I don't care because I'm trying to kill it off. So it's the Right Away IPA.
Do not remember that one.
It's their session. I know I've had a session recently, but it's the session IPA
I
Right
would, excuse me,
Away
I would have
IPA
remembered the
Southern.
train. So,
So good stuff.
oh,
All
good
right.
one. That
That was actually a pretty good one. And this being a session is going to have much lighter, still have the bitterness, a little less alcohol, but it'll be lighter in color and it's heady. Oh no, easy killer. A longer neck bottle, so I get a little excited when I pour.
well, it's because of the head you're getting.
It's usually what happens.
They're so wrong. we just offended. Yeah.
No, nobody. We've
Good.
offended nobody. If you've made it to this episode in the series, you're no longer offended. A little cloudy, but it's great. It's lighter in color, and obviously not going to be as citrusy as that blood orange thing. So here we go.
All right, here we go. It's up there. It's up there. He has froth on his nose. I didn't know you could lick your nose.
Not quite Gene Simmons, but it's great. It's light. It's refreshing. It's something that I would drink 6 of while watching football, and it's something I can eat spicy food with because it would be refreshing. So that might be something I would get, if I was having wings or barbecue or something like that.
Okay.
But very good. It, like I said, not a huge citrusy. The bitterness is there, but it's not overpowering. It's just a nice. It's kind of like what an IPA light would be.
A light PA?
A light PA. Copyright.
Yeah, coin that.
So there you go. The Right Away Southern Tier Session India Pale Ale.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
Yeah, you like that Southern Tier.
I do.
Actually, my second beer is one of your favorite breweries. I've had it many times. You have it constantly, even though it's actually a West Coast beer, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a Sierra Nevada, which is one of your favorites there, and it's their Summerfest crisp lager. So
Okay.
I'm kind of excited about that. Summerfest is a Czech-style lager featuring a slight malt sweetness, spicy hot flavor, and the crisp finish you want on a warm summer day. I don't see any ABV.
Their Summerfest is awesome.
So you've had this before?
It's a seasonal, I believe, but their summers are always great. But I believe if I haven't had it as called Summerfest, I've had something similar.
Oh, yeah, I can. It's already smells very earthy, which if you're a fan of the show, I'm a fan of. Coming out very light, fizzy yellow, which I am fine with in a lager.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you're not expecting bitter.
This is an
hoppy.
expectation. It is meeting the expectation on the color there.
It's going to be fizzy. It's going to be bubbly.
Yeah. Smells good. I mean, it looks like a Bud Light.
Looks like a Bud Light.
It's
Yep.
it's a lager. So okay, here we go. Expectations met.
Yeah.
Very
It
good.
does the job. Yeah.
I could drink this all day, Saturday grilling, all that kind
Right.
of fun stuff.
Right. In the summer, I mean, you can go buy your 6-pack of Bud Light, or you can spend a couple bucks more and get a much better lager and
Yeah.
buy that Summerfest. That's the way to go. It's outstanding. I've had it. I will probably have it this summer as we do shows as well.
Do it.
Because it is a favorite. I'll definitely have it on the show.
Yeah. No, I'd kind of picked this one out earlier, and I'm like, oh, do I do the green line or do I do the crisp? I'm like, maybe we'll do two.
I know some episodes we're going to do too, because we're going to really like that first beer, and it's a beer we can drink quickly. We're going to have those episodes where it's a beer we got to take our time with, or we end up having like a 22 or something like that, and we're just not going to
I got a couple of those in the fridge too. So.
pound it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
As we can do, but definitely, it's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week. Tell us what you think about the beers we've had. If you've had them, definitely let us know. You can email us at beer@podcastderbia.com. Go on to Facebook and Twitter at podcastderbia.
The Twitter.
And what else do we have? iTunes reviews. That's all good stuff. if you're seeing this on YouTube, comment below.
Yep.
And that's it. So thank you all, and we will see you next time.
Good night.